I don't want to
That's the
hear
only
nothing
one.
about Hov doing no verses unless he gonna do it with Nas.
Nas don't have enough, and I fuck with
wanna
Nas.
hear
I like
nothing.
Nas more than Jay, but Nas don't have
I
enough.
don't want to hear nothing.
He might play like Uchi Wally 10 times.
Yeah, that's what he have to do. Like Soulja Boy did. Soulja Boy played that one. Like he played a different variation of the same
wanna hear
song
nothing.
5 times.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Bro.
T.I. was really like at that time trying to get a versus with 50 Cent. T.I. is another guy that's crying.
Plus,
out
it's not
to
a good
get
matchup.
versus.
Some guys just don't have a matchup. Like
is
T.I.'s matchup already went with Jeezy. Like some guys just don't have a matchup right now.
Yeah.
I see T.I. versus Wayne, though, man. I see a T. Well, nah, never mind.
Hell
no.
no.
Never mind. My bad.
No,
My
you
bad.
can do it.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
But
no, you can't.
yeah, you could. But you would more want to see Wayne with
Drizzy.
right,
Yeah. But
which they've already done at concert wise.
I wanted to see the T.I. Rick Ross. That's the one I wanted to see.
I
That's
think
who Rick Ross
Rick
wanted.
Ross went early, like, and he made. I think he should have waited. I know, 2 Chainz is my guy, but
That versus
he
was
could
kinda
have had
disrespectful
he
too,
could have had
though.
a better verses than 2 Chainz.
Because Rick Ross ain't even bring out the hits.
Nah.
And he
Because
said that.
he said he got 20 more for another one. That's
Because
why.
he won't T.I. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but T.I.'s trying to overstep, and I think he's trying to get a guy that he's trying to overstep and go to a person that's really bigger than him.
That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
That, like when you should almost have a separate
Y'all
panel.
disrespectful about that T.I. take.
But y'all should seriously try to have like an independent determination of who should battle who.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Because if left to their own, people are gonna try and overpunch themselves for sure.
That's what it is.
But
Unreal expectations.
yeah, anybody think that Tip can't hang in the paint with anybody, let alone a 50? Y'all just wasn't around during that time.
This is from
He can hang with.
my co-host had a versus on Facebook. He represented T.I. and he went against somebody else who represented 50. And how did that end?
I was smoking them. They tried to pull it away. It ended up being tied, but that was bull. Shout out to my nigga Mega.
50 has bigger records. T.I. has more records.
50 has bigger records or a big record. Let's keep
no,
this.
hell
Come
no.
on,
He
man.
has bigger
He got
records.
big
Candy
hits.
Shop
He has bigger
is
records.
okay.
big
We gonna
hits.
put in the club over here.
Why?
We gonna put because that's the monster, right?
He got more
That's
than
the
that.
monster.
He got more than that.
You give me anything after in the club that T.I. can't get a dub or close to.
Man,
I
nigga,
give you.
got some
I give
hits
you.
off
You want
the
me to
Game
give you
album,
PIMP?
Some G Unit.
You got to remember,
You want me
50
to give you
Cent,
PIMP?
50 Cent
You
wrote
want-
it. 50
you want
Cent
me to
wrote
give
the
PIMP?
entire Game album. Like,
Come
they
on,
using
man.
those type of songs. T.I.'s
Come
not a
on,
writer.
man.
T.I.
You
didn't
want
write
me
it.
to
give
love
him-
it? Come on,
did.
man.
Y'all don't want him to pull out that Bow Wow song he wrote. That Let's get down.
all right, that's
Jokes
when-
aside, jokes
that's
aside.
when-
But nah, back to
T.I.
your
gonna bring
original
out
question.
the Iggy Azalea hit.
Back to your original question
About
though.
Busta.
Busta just doesn't have a matchup.
He does.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, I thought this was dope. This idea, Busta and Missy.
Yeah, that's the matchup.
See, we gotta get out of this man thing sometimes.
Cross-gender matchup.
Yeah.
We gotta get out of this man thing sometime. They were the two most creative of their era. I mean, you could just play their videos in the background.
What
as
you're
they-
saying is there's gonna be a hee 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 ha versus a ya 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 ya.
Yes,
That might work.
man.
Pink. That might work.
Yes.
That might work.
I don't know if Missy got enough songs.
What is wrong with this guy?
Like,
It's his platform. I can't do this.
How many do you need?
20.
20 is the standard. 20 is the
20.
standard.
Do you know she has 20 that she's written alone that she could just play? That
Yeah, I'm
just-
sure she wrote a lot
Like,
of records. I'm sure she wrote a lot of
Again,
records.
they
I'm
don't
just-
have
I'm
a
just
matchup.
thinking
You
about-
have to put them
I'm
together
just thinking about songs, that she's on.
because in their respective realms, they don't have matchups. So I agree. I think it should be across gender.
But I definitely think that's the matchup. But he's not entertaining that for some reason. And I don't know why.
Hip hop is an ego driven sport. That's why.
Because he wanna have that.
You gonna have that
bravado to
rah
a-
rah rah.
Yeah, he want to do that rah rah to a dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like it left to themselves, they're all looking at the other way.
Yeah.
That's the
And-
whole
and
reason.
that's the thing. And they're not. There's nobody saying like you all just said, hey, this is a good matchup. You should do this. Like everyone's looking and saying, I'm going to elevate myself by reaching for this. And they perceive something to be beneath them, and they're not going to touch it.
Well, the reason T.I. said that he picked 50 is because of the banter. He felt
the banter,
Yeah,
and
he
then
felt that
South-
he would be able to
South versus
go.
North.
He would be able to kind of have that banter.
Yeah.
Without somebody kind of being like, man, T.I. punked him or something like that. And 50 for that, yeah, I could see that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it's about that too. But I mean, it's a lot of stuff that we don't know behind the scenes. But just give me my Bone Thugs and 3 6 Mafia verses, and I'm good.
Bone Thugs 3-6.
They talked about it. I think the verses though has gotten really business driven because they've tried to put pairings together like the Jeezy and the Gucci when they have a song together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they can do a song at the end together. You know what I'm saying?
Now
Like
that
the
was
Fat
big
Joe
for
and
hip hop though.
You know what I'm saying?
That was
The
huge for
Ja
hip-hop.
Rule. You know what I'm saying? They did the New York at the end. That was kind of scripted. You knew it was gonna happen. It's become very businessy. Right now, all of the verses are coming out of New York, right? Because they're selling at the Garden.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, I was only interested in the as far as New York goes, the Fat Joe, Ja Rule, and
the Locks versus the Dips.
and the Locks versus the Dips because of Jadakiss. I really don't care for anybody else in that grouping.
Which State Property should have got that nod, but we ain't gonna say no.
So who do you guys who else do you guys want to see do one? You said you want to see T.I. do one?
T.I. doesn't have a matchup, so no.
There's no
How does he not have a matchup?
Unless you're gonna bring somebody back, because I think Nelly deserves. Because a couple of these matchups were on the phone, bad internet.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nelly and Luda deserves, but if you're gonna say okay, because they put Nelly and Luda, unless you're gonna say Luda and Tip, or unless you're gonna bring Jeezy back out, or you're gonna bring Ross back out and him play some of the songs and the other songs he didn't play. So you would have to run somebody back because he doesn't have a matchup.
I'd like to see the Luda versus Tip.
His matchup was Ross or Jeezy.
And Luda.
Yeah, I see the Luda
Or
versus Tip.
Luda because of the history of
history.
They had a little bit whatever. Now you can come back and squash out on stage
They got
officially
two songs
and stuff.
together too.
Luda flamed his ass though.
Yeah, Luda flamed him.
Luda killed
On
him.
Stomp. Oh, that was on the game
Stump
album too.
and
They
what
did a
was
song
the,
together.
He did a one like long diss track too.
Oh, War with the Gods.
You War with Gods, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh.
He should perform that. No, yeah, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Like as far as left, yeah. I want to see Wayne versus Drake. That's what I want to see.
We got a little glimpse of that when they went on tour together. Remember they had that little
Yeah,
Wayne
that's
version?
what he was saying.
Yeah.
But that's the only two that can really do it.
Or Wayne versus Jay-Z.
Give me no. Hove can only come outside with Nas. I don't want to hear nothing about Hove doing no verses unless he's gonna do it with Nas.
Nas don't have enough, and I fuck with Nas. I like
nothing.
Nas more than Jay, but Nas don't have enough.
I don't want to hear nothing.
He might play like Uchiwali 10 times.
Yeah, that's what he have to do. Like Soulja Boy did. Soulja Boy played that one. Like he played a different variation of the same song
nothing.
5 times.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I'm gonna tell you like this. I would love for it to go back to producer a little bit. Head over to the West. Give me my DJ Quick Dash Dillinger versus.
Hold on. Hold on. I just don't want to fast forward this because Wayne could beat Drake. Wayne could beat Jay-Z. Wayne will beat Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Wayne would beat Jay-Z.
he will.
Yeah.
Off rip. Right? There was a period where Hove, I don't even fuck with Hove now anymore, but
That's gonna.
there's a period where Hove just
that'll
kind
be
of
tough.
stalled out.
Who does?
Thank you.
That'll be a tough one. That's a real
It'll be
tough
tough though. It'll be
Because
tough.
it'll be the Carter battle, right? Because they were battling
The
anyway.
Carter battle, that's dope.
They were battling
That'll
during that
be
time anyway.
tough because they both got good stage
The
performances.
whole Kingdom Come album was about Wayne.
Yeah, he threw. He always throws subs, but
That'd be a tough
Jay has this fucking thing to where he thinks he's above everybody anyway.
What I always
So
say.
he would never.
That's when he
would
became.
never do
That's
it
when he
versus.
became irrelevant for me.
Yeah.
He's looking
It's
like
like
Cam
you
Newton
can't give
nowadays.
hip hop something, bro.
Right? I saw a picture of Jay and I thought it was Cam Newton.
For real, they both
You
got
got
the
that
fucked
look.
up hair.
Oh, the fucked up hair Kanye. Oh, never mind. Oh my God. We ain't talk about that.
Nah, he.
Give me Ye and Jay. Give me Ye.
Kanye could do something with somebody.
Yeah, Kanye
Who would he
and
be?
Jay.
Who would he be?
I want
I
Kanye
don't
and
know.
Drake. I want Kanye and Drake.
Kanye and T.I. wouldn't be as bad.
No.
No, that wouldn't
For
be
who?
bad.
For who?
Well, Styles make
Nah, for who?
fights.
Yeah.
Styles make fights.
They not that far off in styles.
Ye got a lot of features he can drop.
T.I. got
right?
20 foes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not fair.
Yeah, but he has some commercial hits too. Like he got a couple street
20
records.
foes is who, Kanye?
No,
Kanye got a
I'm
couple
talking
street
about. I'm talking about Ti. Ti got a couple street
You can
records
do whatever
that
you
made it
like.
big. You
Yeah,
know what
he
I'm
got
saying?
other
But
shit
he
like
got
that.
he got
Yeah, he got
commercial
shit.
shit.
I'm
got
just
auto-tune
saying
shit,
though.
too.
Like, I'm just saying though.
Got
Nah, I
Shot
understand.
got
what you're
auto-tune
saying.
shit,
I
bro.
understand what you're
Like
saying.
Styles make fights. So
Yeah, I understand. What you're saying. So who could Kanye go with?
Drake
It's got to be Drake.
gotta be.
It's
Or
just
Hov.
That's not good.
Drake or Hov.
for the
Why is
throne,
that
right?
not good?
Watch the throne.
Because
just
really
fall.
nobody can beat Drake.